All right, now, Viola, how do you identify the project to respond to? Is it that right there in the United States, you design the solution that you want to find, then you go back to Africa and sell this idea to them,
Absolutely.
or do you go there and you reason with the people and you come up with this is the problem, we need a solution for it? How do you do that?
So I spend a lot of time in Africa, and if I could, my dream is to live bicontinentally. I spend more time living in Africa than I do in America, and I haven't been able to make that dream come to life yet. So if there's a business opportunity that comes my way through your program, I'm very open for that. So if there's
We are
a
thinking, we
restaurant,
are thinking.
there's a restaurant, if there's a pharmaceutical industry, a company, a manufacturing company that's producing health, hospital, home equipment supplies, paint manufacturer that's looking to enter into the market in Africa, mostly West Africa and Kenya, where I have a lot of support and network. I'm very happy. My team is very happy to make that happen, to make that a reality, is to set up industry. And that gives me more time to be on the ground. And when I'm on the ground, I spent a lot of time in Ghana. So I don't stay at Movenpick, right? It's a great hotel. I like it. I had a birthday party there. But I'm village. I'm talking with people. I'm with the sheep. I'm with the with the goat. I'm walking. I'm understanding, and then I'm analyzing. And I have a team of folks, right, of implementing partners that are constantly giving me education and educating the rest of my consultant team. And then I'm putting that into perspective, right? Because you have to connect the dots. I'm here from United States where there's huge amounts of economic disparity and poverty that most people don't think exist here. And there are people that in my state that I live in, or city I live in Baltimore, that we have boarded up and abandoned homes, and people are living without electricity in these places. And there's food insecurity. So, what's the opportunity that I look for that we can get food products from the continent so that we can have a reduction in waste, right? Post harvest loss, waste, and get that food product, whether it is repackaged food, whole food, raw whole food, to urban, inner city, poor people markets here in the United States of America, to be able to sell that at a rate that gives them life, right? Nutritional food is of high value. And how do we as a family ensure that we're doing both? That there's reduction of post-harvest loss in the continent that gives people, our brothers and sisters and their cousins and aunties and uncles there, money in their pocket. And we here get an opportunity to have food. And I think through, what does that take? I sit with my team of consultants. What does that take? How do we help and get a part of AGOA? How do we make that happen? AFCA, how do we realize Africa to be real? The African Free Continental Trade Agreement. So, how do we have transportation? Do we have the shipping lines? Because it's not just the road transportation infrastructure we need, but we don't own the shipping lines to move our products and goods, across our ferryways. And how do we do that in a way that's going to build economic opportunity and jobs? And then here in the United States of America, there's a trucker driver shortage. How do we gain opportunity to train our men and our women here of color in trucking and transportation and logistics so that they could be owners of large scale companies or mid scale companies, and provide them with opportunities to span the continent, right? That they can do work here in the United States, but also bridge that work, and develop women truck drivers, women's safety truck drivers, in the continent of Africa. So, it is nothing that is cooked up here and then brought over to the continent. That would be condescending. That would be everything that our value system for the International Institute does not stand for. So everything is co-designed, collaborative, and a process that is looking forward to building the family, building the network that we need for building the Africa we deserve.
All right. Now, what is the primary objective of this project? say maybe for example, okay, I understand you have made mention of having a 1 million job at a certain time frame. But say maybe you were to define the primary objective of your project, how would you call it?
So it is our primary objective is wealth creation and legacy development work. And that work is focusing on social economic development for Africans by Africans. Some of the other products and services that we offer are we offer loans through two lending services here, one in the United States and one out of India for mid-scale businesses to scale up, right? So we've been successful in pairing folks to lenders. Those lenders here in the Black folks who need loans here in the United States of America that have companies become a part of the Africa We Deserve network, which we have a 300 member group chat of business owners that are together for networking opportunities, and we share opportunities to do business together, and they get support and access to lenders. And then for those who are on the continent of Africa, the Indian financial group that we work with, we're able to, if they have the right fit, are able to connect them to those loan opportunities. We also have a partnership with Fountains Inc. out of Canada, a Black-owned, Nigerian-owned company that we support big companies on the ground in Africa to have a chance to have uh, uh, construction equipment, construction machinery. We are not in the business of lending or leasing the machines. They're high quality, used, low cost machines that we are sourcing ourselves. They come with guarantees, and we are able to do roll on, roll off, wholesale. We also support a part of a collaborative network for commodities exchange and trading. So foods and goods that need oil, rice, sugar, chickens, sheep. We just were able to, Ramadan occurred. And so that was a really big time for us to support the movement of sheep from one part of Africa to another part for buyers for the open market to have. So we are able to support our network to build the Africa we deserve because we have several programs that are operating around business development.
All right. How do you choose the country to intervene in? I remember because of your explanation, you made mention of Liberia, Ghana, Nigeria. Is it that are there some criteria, or maybe, for example, a country that you are not in the central proposal? Are there certain qualification they need to have for you to be there? So tell me about this.
Sure. So we're usually invited in. I believe that if you want something that you seek it out. So we're not in the business of sending out proposals to say, hey, let us into your country. We have implementing partners in several countries, and our track record, by God's grace, has spoken for itself. So, for example, there is a network called Black Star Majesty that is that we've partnered with that to look at developing a network with the HBCUs in Guinea Conakry and Guinea-Bissau prior to the recent upheaval, and to span that relationship to Brazil. Because as you know, one of the largest populations of Black people outside of Africa happens to be in Brazil. And so creating the opportunities for two Portuguese speaking nations in Africa to connect with Brazil, to share that culture, to share that language with the diaspora, with Black Americans, Black Caribbeans, to build network opportunities around education is something that we were invited in from an ambassador. level. So we are open to do business. We like to do business when we're invited in, when we have an implementing partner on the ground that is well connected, well resourced to say, here's the need. We've seen your work. We know who you are. We would like to partner with you into exploring developing this opportunity. And that implementing partner takes the lead on the relationship building between whatever ministry that needs to occur with, and then we engage full on. We want willing people who want to do the work, who are willing to play fair, and operate by a code of ethics, and and are solid in their value systems around economic development.
It has been a pleasure on my part. I really appreciate that.